Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to Glitch, which is a horror game where one day the world experiences a glitch, and then you die repeatedly in horrible ways. It was nearly midnight when it happened. The glitch. That damn glitch appeared. The glitch came at the same time as the noise at the window waking you up. What do? I'll check the window. What was that? I bear approach of caution. What's that? People sliding down the street. I'll open the window and see it clearly. You open the window and they're even faster. What if I joined them? Let's join them. The phenomena attracts you. You go for the window to observe it closely. I'll try to join them. You try your best to run along, but get tired. Pause to catch your breath. You stay, and the speed of those beings get you distracted. You end up in front of one of them, causing collision so intense that it disintegrates your body. Ending. Impact. It's alright. I'll check my phone. Even the phone glitched. Access the internet. The news. What's happening to the world? We live in a simulation. Keep browsing news. The world became a strange place. Apparently. It's madness. You retreat to your room watching... I actually wondered, I was like, man, this could be like some kind of like... just doom scrolling ending. Watching the world through a bright screen. Fire, destruction, war. The sun has been blocked by a dense cloud and humanity takes its last breaths. Scared, you can only keep watching the drastic changes in the world. Ending. Shocked. I'll check my phone again. Access the internet. Access social media. Smiles. It's just pictures of smiles everywhere. I'll try to find something else. Smiles, 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 smiles. Those are some good smiles. Damn fine smiles. Smiles. Smiles, 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 and more smiles. Everything smiles. It doesn't matter if it's fake or not. I have to smile and keep smiling, smiling like everyone else. You've been found and taken to the emergency. Now alone in the room, you can hear several others laughing throughout the hospital. Ending. Fake smile. That's pretty brutal. Check phone. Call someone. You call a friend, but all you hear is noise. You make the call, but all you hear is a hiss, and that hiss seems to go beyond the phone. It's a noise inside my head. This is gonna be really bad. In the bathroom, the mirror reveals the source of the noise. It's inside your head. Pull it out. You pull the source of the noise and it starts coming out. More and more, it seems to have no end. The noise is still there. The more you pull, more noise comes out. It's suffocating. The noise takes over everything, fills you and leaks. The full chest can no longer breathe. Ending. Suffocating. Let's keep going down the phone route. Call someone. Let's just like knock this out. All you hear is noise. Try someone else. Silence. No one answers. It's as if the world has gone silent. Is this dream what's happening? Am I going crazy? Nervous with a strange sensation of not hearing anything, you go to the bathroom mirror and realize your ears have disappeared. Oh my god! Chainsaw Man is Ian the Ear Devil! This can't be. Despair takes over. Your face is gone. He's Ian the Face Devil! Weak, without breathing, you fall lifeless. The glitch took your life. Ending. Hyperventilation. Alright, we check our phone. Call someone. There was another alternate route here. Try someone else. And then... is this a dream? Or is this the real life? You touch your own face and notice it's gone. This can't be. Despair takes over. Your face is gone. Weak, without breathing, you fall lifeless. The glitch took your life. Okay, so same one, but a little bit different to get there. Call someone. Call a family member. I'm going to find the source of this noise. Walking through the house, you notice the sound seems to be coming from beyond the front door. Open the door. You open the door and find a gigantic void. Has the world disappeared? Nah, that's just my soul. Touch the void! You touch the void and it's dense like gel. Like a gel that envelops you and pulls you away. Taken by the void. The void takes you. The whole body seems to obey a law beyond the natural ones. From here you notice others going through the same situation. Unreachable, equally trapped in this dense void. Ending, spiral. The Uzumaki ending. Okay, find the source. We'll go back to this door. We'll try the other option. Open the door. Observe the void. As you stare at the void, it grows. It grows and all other things disappear. The void surrounds you. When you realize you've already become involved with the void, it is pulsating, alive. The glitch spreading around the world invades you, corrupting. Ending, corrupt data. Okay, is noise inside my head? There was another option here at the end, I believe? Touch it. Touching the source of noise causes intense pain in your fingers and inside your body. Okay, there's two options here we can branch off. Call a doctor. You make a call seeking medical help and the phone works. Help! An ambulance picks you up to treat your symptoms, and it seems like the whole world has been taken over by a dense shadow. That's just the void, don't worry about. The doctor sees you, gives you medication and a lamp. It is yours to carry, and will help you see the path in the shadows outside. Ending, a spark of hope. Wow, that's actually not bad. Touch the void, or not the void, the noise, rather. Have a drink. You drink a little, and there is a momentary relief. Then the source of noise seems to come back even bigger. Drink more. You try to solve the problem by drinking, and at first there is a little relief. And then it comes back. Oh, no, 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 no! Ending from inside. Okay, there was another option here. I don't think this is going to lead to a different ending, but we'll call for help. Okay, yeah, it's the help ending. Okay, I think we've exhausted the phone route, so we're going to go back to the window route. Probably nothing. It's dark outside, but I can see someone there. Wait and see what they'll do. No, let's scream at friend to call the police. They're gone. See, it worked. Better lock the door. You get to the door in time to hold and prevent a violent invasion. Use the door against this thing? Let's do that one. That sounds fun. You let the beast's arm pass through, then crush it with the door. A white, icy liquid sprays over you. Uh-oh. The liquid spreads. Icy roots spread over the skin, forcing their way into the body. Oh god, I'm being turned into a goo furry. The next day, only a clean skeleton remains. Everything has been drained, consumed. Ending, skeleton. Probably nothing. We'll just work on this route. Let's wait and see what they'll do. What was that? Close the window. The window can't— what? Can't handle the strength of that thing. What now? Die. The creature reaches you beyond any barrier in the middle of the shadows. There it stretches and deforms itself, opening a giant mouth. The beast pulls you into its mouth, clamping your head between its large teeth. This is some Attack on Titan ending. Ending, devoured. If you actually check the achievements, they are doing references in the ending, by the way. Like the little name for them. Wait and see what they'll do. Run. You run away, but what's the best option now? Run away from the house. You run and find yourself surrounded by emptiness. What now? Keep moving. You move forward, keep moving, enter the shadow until you fall asleep in it. And wake up in a gray world. Exhausted, you disappear into the shadows and fall asleep. The next day you wake up to a gray, empty, and destroyed world. It's as if you're the last survivor of a catastrophe. Ending, end of the world. Now I can finally read my books in peace. Probably nothing. We're gonna work on this route once again. I'm actually gonna go back to the scream of friend to call the police route again real quick. Lock the door. Alright. Hold firmly. You hold the door with all your strength, determined not to let anything in, until you hear a noise coming from inside the house. Turn around. You turn around and a pale figure reaches out, touching your chest, spreading a freezing substance throughout your chest. It's spreading. And then we become a skeleton. Ending skeleton. Alright, they're gone. Better get something to defend myself. You hold the knife knowing the intruder can still appear anywhere in the house. Hide in the bathroom. You lock yourself in the bathroom. Alert. The mirror! Something feels sick. There's something wrong. It feels broken. Wow! Ending broken. So I defend myself, hold a knife. Hide in the kitchen. Where it is. It's here. Try to defend yourself. You hit the invader and start an intense fight until you fend off the creature and fall from exhaustion. Yeah, but the blood gets on you, you're dead. Is it over? Exhausted, you disappear into the shadows and fall asleep. No, it's Grey World ending. So you survive, you get Grey World ending no matter what. Okay, we approach the window. I'm actually going to go back to one. I think there's some more endings in the other one, but we'll be back there in a second. Close the window. Whoa. Door. Better close the door. You close the door, but they come in through the window. I'll try to escape. You struggle to escape the invaded house, taken over by a feeling of the helplessness. Running. You escape, but fear haunts you. The world now seems dark and chaotic. You can't stop, ever again. They're everywhere. Ending, run. Probably nothing. Wait and see what they'll do. Run. Get a knife from the kitchen. I think this will probably lead to... Let's run away from the house. But stop. Tired of not knowing where to go, you stop and surrender, waiting for something that comes from the shadows. Then it reaches you. Okay, and that's you get eaten ending. And I think the other ending is probably going to lead to the kitchen defense route. So I'm going to go to working with the approach of caution. If I'm missing some endings, I'll go back to the other thing to see if there's anything different. But my suspicion is it felt like there was a branch that were like linking them together. This is strange. Better close the window. I'll face them. I'll charge with a roar and then they come in through the window. Attack! Punch after punch, you fight off the invaders until you drop from exhaustion. They're gone. Exhausted, you disappear into the shadows and fall asleep. We lived! See, every time you live, you get this ending. End of the world. Approach with caution. Open the window and see it clearly. I'll wave and see if they notice me. You wave and the mysterious beings seem to notice your presence. Can you teach me how to do this? This is kind of sensual. The being raises its hand and seems to invite you to participate in our activities. Will you try, even though you are so different? Yes, I'll try. You try hard and do your best, but all your effort isn't enough. I need to be better. Overcome by exhaustion, you give in. You pass out or fall asleep, only waking up the next day. When you wake up, the world around you is dark and unfamiliar. You are completely lost. Ending, lost. I'll wave and see if they notice me. Can you take me with you? In the blink of an eye, a pale hand comes through the glass and grabs you. Take him. The mysterious being takes you with him, running fast like a comet. This is kind of rad. But your oh, never mind. But your body can't handle the speed and breaks into pieces. Ending. External pressure. Open the window. What if I join them? I'll just watch for a bit. You come closer to observe the phenomena. It's amazing. I'm probably still gonna get hit. You stay in the speed of those beings gets you distracted. You end up in front of one of them, causing a collision so intense that it disintegrates your body. Yep, same thing. Alright, let's start the clock route. The clock no longer tells the time, it's just noisy and glitchy. Turn it off. You press the button but nothing happens. Hit it. You strike the clock and hope that something inside will rearrange itself and work as before, but nothing happens. This actually works, by the way. Hit again. It worked. The device breaks and reveals something moving inside. Pull it. The thing inside the clock pulls your hand with full force. Let yourself be sucked in. Go into the lake. The suction force is unbearable. It seems the only option is to give in. Inside the clock. Swallowed, you find yourself alive in an improbable abyss, which seems to have no bottom. and you're not in a perpetual fall. You're condemned to be thrown up and down without ever touching the ground. Ending. Abyss. Check the clock. Ignore it. It's late. It's better to look into the clock prompt tomorrow. You go back to bed, but there's a heavy feeling in the air. Hide under the bed. Under the bed, you can see the door opening. Stay here. In silence, you see a pair of pale legs enter the room and walk around the corners. I suspect this branches into the window route. Wait here. After a pause in front of one of the walls, the intruder appears to leave. A message. Carefully and slowly, you emerge from hiding and realize that the intruder has left a macabre message. I'll come back until I find you. Now every day, you'll have to prepare for a new invasion. Ending. It will happen again. Clock. Ignore it. Let's just go right to sleep. It's nothing. Go to sleep. With your eyes closed, you can hear the door open. I'll pretend I didn't hear it. You pretend you didn't hear anything, not even the noise close to your face. Ignore it. You keep your eyes closed. Everything is filled with a deep silence. Oh my god! The creature takes advantage of the proximity, stretches out its fin tentacles and invades your body. It's in you now, like a parasite. It fills you. It dominates your will. Ending. Parasite. Nothing. Go to sleep, and we're gonna actually scream in this thing's face. Scream. You scream for help when you open your eyes and see there really is something in the room, but it's useless. What now? The creature reaches you beyond any barrier, and then it eats us. Yep. Devoured. Open your eyes. There's something in here in the room. It wasn't your imagination. What do you say? Go away! The thing gets to you in the blink of an eye, squeezing your leg and pulling you out of the bed. Dragged. The creature pulls you by the leg towards the shadows. The shadows swallow you. Ending taken. I think it's a variation of a never-ending you've already gone. I'll get up ready to fight. You get up and pick up a dumbbell, but you tend to use it for self-defense. I'll wait for the intruder to come in here. You hide behind the door and wait for the intruder to come in. You can feel someone approaching. Wait a little longer. Oh, that's it. Whoa. You wait attentively. Then someone enters your room. The pale figure is unsteadily moving jerkily. Observe a little more. The thing noticed and saw you. Ending. Invader. I get ready to fight. I'll wait for the intruder. And we're gonna attack right now. In a quick movement, you advance and hit the pale figure in your room, but the blow makes you feel weird. What a strange feeling. Suddenly you feel a stick. There's something wrong, it feels broken. Huh, interesting. It's a variation of the mirror ending in the bathroom. I'm going to leave the room and face whatever I see. Outside the room, the house is dark. You feel footsteps running around you, taunting you. Come out and face me! A face is revealed in the shadows. Face it. You roar to scare the creature away, as you would scare away a wild animal, but it doesn't work. Yep, and we Ian. I do like there's different, journeys to the same ending, in a way. It's actually very different. Okay, we're gonna face whatever we see. Try to strike the intruder in the dark. Okay, this gives some context to everything. You hit a mirror again, and then you break. Open your eyes. Something in your room. What do you want from me? The thing jumps on you and laughs. Your insecurity amuses it. And then it parasites us. It's like, you know what? I want you. Hide under the bed. We'll work on the hide under the bed route. Leave. You dare and launch yourself out of the room, heading for the rest of the house. In the shadows. From the shadows, you see a distant silhouette. It looks like a person in your path. Wow! Ending. Creature. Hide under the bed. Stay here. Okay, the feet come in. Try to escape. Your legs accelerate. You run using fear as fuel for this propulsion in the shadows. And then it's the same outcome. Check the clock. Don't ignore the clock. You press the button, but nothing happens. Pull the cable. Reaching towards the wall, you grab and pull the cable. Ah, I see you have one of those plugs. But the clock is still on. It didn't work. The watch is still on, and there's something leaking out of it and flying towards your skin. You press the button over and over, accelerating the discomfort of trying doesn't work. Time itself comes faster with each click. Hit the clock. You strike the device in a tiring sequence. Your body gets heavier and heavier. The time. It's not just a feeling. Time is consuming you. It seems to be accelerating without control. Your body's reduced to a dry corpse. A mummy in modern times. Ending mummified. Turn off the clock. Nothing happens. Hit it. Watch the clock. Didn't work. The watch is still on, and there's something leaking out of it, flying towards your skin. I should leave the clock to clean my skin? The particles stick with impressive adhesion. Better get out of this room. You try to run away, but your arms and legs are too heavy. I lack strength. Your body's covered by particles. The weight turns you into a sculpture. This seems like a fetish. And as a sculpture, you see yourself spending the rest of your days in an empty gallery. No one sees you. Your body trapped in an internally muffled scream. Ending sculpture. Watch the clock. I should leave the clock to my skin. I want to try ripping it off. Try to remove it. Besides being sticky, the particles are too heavy, and you can't keep your body upright. I can't bear this weight. And you become a sculpture again. Just a little bit different, though. Hit again. Device breaks. Turn the clock and wait for it to fall. When you turn the device over, a mysterious reddish bubble starts to come out. Run away from this thing. You manage to escape the house, jumping out as the bubble grows. From afar, the bubble can be seen between the houses. You run away from it to try to start over somewhere else. It took everything. Ending. Start over. Hit again. The galaxy. Turn the clock and wait for it to fall. Touch the bubble. Carefully, you place the device on the nearest surface and prepare to touch the bubble. What the? It reveals to the face and attacks you with fury, swallowing you whole. Devoured. Swallowed, you find yourself alive in an improbable abyss, which seems to have no bottom. You're not in a perpetual fall. You were condemned to be thrown up and down, forever touching the ground. So that's the abyss ending. Pull it. The thing inside the clock pulls your hand with full force. Pull your hand back. Use your foot to push the clock with all your strength, arms shaking. The bite. You did it. You managed to pull your hand. But the clock won't let you go. Oh my god. Ending. Bite. Secret. Several points on the planet were struck by small objects from space. The small meteors disintegrated in the atmosphere, and if they did fall, they fell as brittle particles. Upon impact with the ground, these too shattered. Just like the lore. I'm not sure this really needed to be explained, but you know. The seemingly harmless meteor shower ended up bringing with it an unexpected visitor. We call it Cryptos... I'm not sure how I even say this. Cryptococcus aevolus? A fungus that arrived in the form of spores and spread through the wind in various life forms. Unlike other cryptococci, this variant does not cause meningitis in the human body. The fungus invades through the nostrils and travels through the bloodstream to the nervous system, where it acts on electrical impulses and brain chemistry. The body is forced into a state of hibernation while it becomes a breeding ground for more spores. The victim's mind becomes trapped in confusing, often frightening dreams. That's kind of what I thought it was. I did think it was like a dream thing. I just didn't know if it was fungus or not. I mean, I did think there was a parasitic aspect to the story. The part of humanity still untouched by the fungus was tasked with studying the phenomena and discovering its weakness. The salvation was a treatment involving a combination of briefly cooling the body temperature and applying a mild electrical current to the spine. This caused the fungus to immediately lose control of the body. After awakening, the infected person tends to become immune to a second infection and carries with them the full conviction that the fungus had an intelligence of its own. capable of controlling what they dreamed during the forced hibernation. Among survivors, reports of pale, slender figures and nightmares caused by the infection became common. Humanity imagined the life outside of Earth could invade the planet, but not that the invasion could be of our bodies. Okay, words on the offer. Now you know the game's story. This is a little bit of story behind the story of this project. To create this experience, I used many of my negative experiences which intensified in year 2025. The game is a metaphor for my anxiety, depression, psychological symptoms of the disorders that almost led me to give up in 2025. And I got that vibe too. I did see that a lot of the endings had to do with some form of fear, to put it mildly. Each scene in the game from the beginning to end is a psychological factor acting on the protagonist who is trapped in a maze of nightmares. The clock represents anxiety with time. For example, the pale beings represent the unknown, which can be people or aspects of life. I got that. The way these pale figures run so fast is because in depression, and I actually interpret that one too. It seems the whole world rushes by, moving forward without even trying while we're idle and stuck. Because the image that looked to me like when you're seeing people rush to work like on the street. The outside world is empty, our interests fade and only social anxiety remains. Depression and anxiety are like traps that seem to be inescapable, so the positive ending of this game is the one in which we seek medical help. Only medical help can offer a glimmer of hope that helps us navigate a dark world. I could list all the psychological aspects contained in each scene and explain each one, but decided not to because I love seeing people theorize. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. All money from this project will help me pay for my medication and allow me to upgrade to start making 3D games. Thank you. No problem. So, that's it for Glitch. Well, the meaning was explained by the creator, but I think as you were watching this, you probably could interpret a lot of that as you were kind of seeing it. Because I got very early on with the whole, like, oh, seeing people pass by really fast thing and the nature of, like, seeing the outside. And also the ones about where you're, like, doom scrolling and you get a bad ending. Like, I already figured there was, you know, like a psychological metaphor. Very literal to be metaphor, actually, going on. I just wasn't sure if they were going to do a explanation or leave it vague for what's going on. And if it would be a literal thing where, like, yes, the world did experience a glitch and things just fell apart. Like a Twilight Zone episode, like just one day the world's just topsy-turvy. Or if it would be like a dream or a nightmare. Because I did, like, get the nightmare aspect because of, like, I kind of felt like each bad ending was canon in a way. But outside of the psychological metaphor stuff, a lot of the imagery was, like, very nightmare-like. Like, things, like the figure in the dark, the figure, like, maybe, like, they're over your bed, or maybe, like, they're outside your window. A lot of stuff like that. And I think people do have nightmares about clocks and time quite a bit. I feel like that's not exactly abnormal. But it was a good horror game. It made me think kind of like older Flash games. The Death Collector style ones that used to be around. But the bad ends were actually fairly twisted. They were diverse and twisted. I liked them. They had some really dark, kind of creepy imagery. But yeah, anyway. So thank you all for watching me play Glitch. I'll see you guys later and take it easy.